You're on mute.
And also, oh, am I muted?
You're on now, sir.
There we go. No, anything can happen in your life. Anything can happen in your life. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. Welcome to the round of 16 review and quarter-final predictions. Yes, I can't believe I'm saying round of 16 review and obviously quarter-final predictions as well. But yeah, we are here. We are here to obviously discuss and react to what was a very, very good round of 16, I have to say, as well. And joining me is a very, very special guest. We have Mr. Ryan Mather from Huddersfield Fan Town TV. Very, very welcome back to you to come back on. How are you doing?
Yeah, no, I really appreciate the invite. I'm doing all right, thank you. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to speaking about these round of games, of course. Like you say, it's been really good, really enjoyable, and yeah, I'm sure we'll get into and obviously make our predictions for the quarterfinals too. So yeah, no, appreciate you having me on, but yeah.
Absolutely. And if you want to follow all my socials are going across the bottom of your screen as well. So yeah, you can follow me on Facebook, Douglas James Horn. You can follow me on Instagram at Douglas.Horn. Twitter, it should be X. I know it should be X, but I still say it's Twitter. Ernod_992. I am on Twitch as well. Twitch at Douglas Horn LFC 92, but I don't usually use Twitch as much. And I am also on TikTok as well. So why are we here? Well, I can tell you why we're here. Because we are here for a Euro 24 round of 16 highlights and quarterfinal predictions as well. And just a little bit of housekeeping. Please leave a like on the video as you enter as well. Do hit that subscribe button if you're new. We are on the road to 3K. Also, check out Ryan's channel, Huddersfield Town Fan TV. It is in the description. It is also in the title of the show. And if you want to support the channel, obviously, it's entirely up to you, but all super chats will be read out. So if you want to support the channel by giving me a super chat, it's entirely up to you. But obviously, I don't obviously tell you to do that. Anyway, but let's to a few people as well. Tally ho, Gary. Hope you are well. Yes, good to see you. As well. We've always been speaking about a certain Cody Gakpo who's taking the Euros by storm at the moment. And hello, TCG Hub. Follow him. He's brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. I do appreciate it. And good to see you back on here as well. So we're gonna have a nice little chat this evening. So we'll start things off because obviously we did start with the Saturday games. So well, the holders are out. Italy are out of Euro 2024. Switzerland 2, Italy 0. Before the game began, Ryan, did you have a feeling that Italy might maybe pose a better fit than they actually were? Because for me, they offered absolutely nothing in this game.
Yeah, no, to be honest with you, no, I didn't. I think they've been quite poor in this tournament so far. They maybe have had moments in games throughout this tournament, but no, I mean, maybe I expected a little bit better at least, yeah, because they offered absolutely nothing, like you say. So, yeah. I was surprised in that they offered nothing. I did expect to see something, but look, Switzerland were outstanding. So, yeah, they just got beat by the better team, but Italy, I mean, it's very poor, isn't it, for them to go out at this stage? But I never really had that full confidence with this Italian side, though, really, because it just felt like, yeah, there were just too many frailties in that team at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but, yeah, not good for Italy at all.
It felt to me that Italy was sort of scraping through like the group stage. Like they obviously beat Albania, but they did go behind the very, very one against Albania. That was the 27 seconds that goal. They were very poor against Spain. I think Spain should have beaten them at least by 2 or 3, and they had to rely on a 90th minute equaliser as well against Croatia. And I always had a sense of, well, they've managed to scrape through this time, so you would obviously think that they would obviously grow on into the tournament. But for me, it didn't start well. didn't start well. And look, I think Switzerland have been very, very underappreciated in this tournament. I think a lot of people have kind of seen the group that they were in with obviously Germany, Hungary, and Scotland. I think many people probably expected them maybe not even get out of the group. So I think when you look at Switzerland, I've obviously mentioned it there. Granit Xhaka, he is a man who is definitely transformed, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, Granit Xhaka, I mean, absolutely brilliant, isn't he, in that midfield for them? I mean, look, yeah, let's see, remembering from Arsenal, of course, and look, he's really controls that midfield so well, doesn't he? And yeah, like I say, likes to tackle too, and yeah, he just makes a massive difference, doesn't he? So, but yeah, Switzerland for me, I mean, yeah, I agree with you there in that aspect that they have been, kind of not given maybe the credit they deserve so far, to be honest with you. I think they've gone under the radar a bit, to be honest with you. But no, look, I thought they was outstanding. They dominated from the start of this game, and they deserved to win. It was no fluke win, was it? It was a win that they deserved. And Italy, like I say, I mean, they didn't manage a shot on target until around the 70th minute, didn't they? I saw, and that's so cool, isn't it? That really, the fact they didn't get any of the goal. But no, Switzerland, I've really been impressed, and they're going to be a real tricky opponents in the next round. I can't remember who they play next. I'm sure you'll tell. Well, we'll get into the predictions, but whoever they play next, it's not going to be easy for the team that they're up against. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've also put their worst Italian side ever. For me, there was just they offered nothing. Like the strikers that they had, they had Raspadori. He didn't look very, very good. Scamacca looks a completely different player to the one that plays for Atalanta. They just didn't have anything about them. And look, I know it's an Italian team that's in transition. They've obviously lost Bonucci, they've lost Chiellini, they've lost the spine of their squad. I think if you look at it as well, Donnarumma probably was their player of the tournament, if you want to say that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think there were a few question marks, weren't there, about Donnarumma, if he was going to be number one. Obviously, the Vicario was in. So people were kind of thinking, is he going to be, But yeah, he's been the best one, like I said, but the best one out of a really bad bunch, really. I mean, I don't think they've, like I say, I agree, though, like, those at the back, obviously, Chiellini and Bonucci are big losses, but if you look at the forward line, like you say, Scamacca just doesn't seem to be, either not being utilised well enough under this manager, or just because like I say, I haven't watched him. I don't watch a lot of obviously Italian football, but obviously Atalanta, obviously I saw them in the European games, and obviously but Chiesa as well. Chiesa was quite quiet, Barella. They have got some good players in there, but they just don't seem to ignite. And like I said, down that forward line for me, they don't have that centre forward for me. They don't have that proper centre forward, and that you can say, yeah, you know what. So yeah, very disappointing.
Not since the days of one certain Mario Balotelli or Roberto Baggio or somebody of that ilk.
I don't think they've had a real top striker, have they? Either. I don't think.
I can't. I mean,
thinking about it, really. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think if we're being honest, I think Italy. It's probably a team in transition, as I said, and I think it's probably a team that's probably looking towards the 2026 World Cup as their next target.
But the thing is, for me, is just touching upon the manager, Spalletti. I really think he's quite a stubborn type manager, man. I don't think he really tried to change it, did it? I don't see him kind of like changing it a bit, just to kind of change it in their favour. He seems to kind of keep it pretty much the same. It's like questions have to be asked about him as well, really, because maybe they need a fresh change, in the managerial department. Because I don't know, just wasn't being impressed with how he maybe utilised his squad, or how he set out the team, and how he just seemed to just keep it the same when things weren't going their way. I'm not too keen, really, to be honest.
No, but yeah, Switzerland safely through, and that was their first win over Italy for 30 years. 30 years wait for a win against Italy, and they did it. They did it. So fantastic. Well done to Switzerland as well. Well, also hello to people. Hello, Jordan. Hope you're well. Um, Gary, I think you've hit the nail on the head. They're not very good. They're not very good. TCG Hub says, yes, mate, losing Ollie, I lost my love for the game, but happy to see you as per. Hope the family's good. Thank you very much. Yes, the family are very good. Thank you very much as well. Gary says, Switzerland are no mugs. They certainly are not. Yes, Ballum, I did say 2-1 England. I did say 2-1 England. If anyone wants to watch my shorts, then I did actually say 2-1 England. I was very close to the Spain Georgia one as well. I said 3-1 Spain, and I had one goal out. One goal out. Ballum says Switzerland are good, solid players. Absolutely. Hello, Niall. Big up gang. Come on, the Swiss. Shaqiri, Xhaka, Jan. Yeah. They're an underrated team. They're an underrated team, to say the very least. Hello, Nippon as well. I've got everything right with my England-Slovakia prediction. I predicted England 2-1 Slovakia. I even predicted that Slovakia would score first, says Nippon. Wow. Mystic Nippon, eh? Mystic Nippon. As well. Maybe Italian players need the rat tail hairdo. That's quite funny. That is quite funny. But yes, Switzerland safely through. And in the evening game, we had Germany 2, Denmark 0. I've put there Musiala and Havertz goals are enough, but Denmark robbed by VAR. And this game will be remembered as the game that was actually suspended for about 15-20 minutes because of lightning strikes. Ryan. Have you ever seen a game that's been suspended because of lightning?
I don't know. I don't think I have, to be honest with you. No, so that was quite strange, and I was like, "Oh, is it going to be able to continue?" But yeah, no, I haven't. So yeah.
Yeah. This game, I think it's safe to say that Denmark will be feeling a bit aggrieved because they did have a couple of goals ruled out. Look, I'll be honest. The first goal, I can kind of see what. No, actually, Germany first had a goal ruled out. I can kind of see where they're coming from. Kimmich does actually block off the marker for who was it? Slotterbeck. For Slotterbeck. So I can understand why that one wasn't given. Penalty decision to give to Germany was an absolute disgrace. Where are you supposed to put your arms? I'm sorry, but I don't know about you, Ryan, but this handball rule is absolutely broken.
It's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? You know, I just shake my head in disbelief every time a decision like this is given for handball. And like you say, where you're meant to put your hands, you know, you can't have them right close to your body as you're running. You know, it's not realistic. He literally had his hands where a natural running position was. So it's not like he had his hands up in the air. So for me, absolutely ridiculous, shocking decision. And I'm sorry, you can't be giving handballs for that. It's the rules have to go back. They have to be changed. You know, I don't even know what the handball rule is anymore, if I'm honest with you. But
yeah,
I just cannot stand VAR. I'm sorry, VAR. I've said it before. I do not like VAR at all. I'm sorry. I don't like the system. Too robotic. Takes too long. People, there's too many dubious decisions in these decisions that are being made. Clear and obvious. What's clear and obvious? People have different interpretations. So yeah, no, I'm sorry. It works in other sports, but unfortunately, the people that are running VAR in our game have no idea what they're doing whatsoever. So yeah, no, a very bad call. Denmark will be feeling very aggrieved, and rightly so. But the problem is you know, if it would have been interesting actually if that would have been the other way. Well, you know, if that was the other way, because I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. There is bias towards certain nations, and bigger nations, especially because Germany, the host, of course, they're going to get a lot of decisions. But I mean, maybe that's being childish. But yeah, the decision alone, it was just a disgrace. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, and Jamal Musiala is a player that has really taken the Euros by storm. I actually said at the start of the tournament, I don't know if you've obviously done sort of young player of the tournament. Jamal Musiala for me was one of the probably the outstanding candidates to be young player of the tournament, and he has 3 goals to his name. He is joint top scorer with a few more players, which we will get onto. But can you see Musiala getting the young player of the tournament?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Though if he keeps, the way he's started the tournament, obviously, and just continue to play really well, no, I can't see why not. I think I had that. I think I had Florian Wirtz as one of the young, or maybe I had him as the breakthrough player of the tournament. But he's young as well, so you could probably put him in that category. But Wirtz hasn't really hit the ground running as much as I would have thought he would have done. So no, but Musiala definitely in the reckoning, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does end up winning that accolade. But obviously, he'll hope to keep Germany going forward and getting to that final if they can. So yeah.
Yeah, I think as well the Anderson goal that was ruled out as well. I mean, look, we are getting automated offsides in the Premier League this season. Are you a fan of the automated offsides?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'll tell you why. I think for me, if it's a millimeter, if it's like literally a millimeter offside, how is that?
Yeah.
How is that an advantage? I don't understand it. Now you could probably say offside is offside, whether it's a millimeter or whether it's even bigger than that, right? But I just think it's so harsh. I'm not convinced. And ironically, this game was obviously reffed by one of my I cannot stand this referee in Michael Oliver. It always seems to be him that also always seems to be making these weird. I know obviously it's VAR, obviously, but it seems to be always circulating around him and the other English referee. Anthony Taylor's another one. I don't really feel so. Isn't it funny how these games that the English referees are in always is quite a lot of talking points in the game, but apparently they're the best. I'm sorry, no, but anyway. I've gone off on the side. No, I'm not a fan of these offside systems. I think that offside is offside, yes, but I think you've got to give the benefit of the doubt. If it's a millimeter, if it's like half a millimeter, it's just nonsense to me. There's no advantage for the striker in that position, so it shouldn't be offside. I don't know what your views are on it, but that's just my view.
I think it worked in the Champions League. I think it works. It probably works in sort of. I think that the problem is when we get the automated offsides in the Premier League. I'm not so sure the English refs are going to be able to do it like VAR. I think VAR has actually been okay in the tournament. I would say, but when it comes to English referees, there is always controversy, and it just feels to me that whenever you get an English ref, and I will say that the quarterfinals do have English refs. I will tell you what games as we get to them, but I feel that if you look at what the English refs are doing with VAR, I'm not so sure they'll be able to do it for this automated offside. So, it's a bit 50-50 for me. Bit 50-50 for me. Gary says Germany look really impressive. Yes, they do. They haven't really hit. They haven't really came up against a really impressive opponent yet. But they will be obviously in the next round as well. Nippin's asked a question for both of you. Who is your favourite player from each of the teams left in the tournament? Ooh. So are you speaking on all of these teams then, Nippin? So Switzerland, what's that? It's tough. That is tough. I'll come back to that. Can you actually star? Yes, I'm going to star that. So we'll keep that to the end. and get your thinking caps on, and we'll go back to that. Good morning, Nate. Well, good evening, Nate. As well. Yes, Nipun says all. So yeah, we'll come back to that. We will come back to that. As we know what the game is next. Wow. 95th minute one. 95th minute equaliser. And then 92nd extra time winner. England 2, Slovakia 1. I mean, you must be, first of all, you must be relieved that you're through, but you've got to play a hell of a lot better on Saturday against Switzerland.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm relieved to get through, but my goodness. Yeah, I mean, look, it was a dreadful performance once again. No change at all in the performance. I think that we got very lucky, for sure. We got very lucky. I didn't particularly like the way Bellingham acted after that goal. I've been vocal on social media, gesturing and just being very. For me, look, Bellingham is a fantastic player, right? He's so good. But I don't like the way he's becoming in terms of his body language, his demeanour, this arrogance, this cockiness. I mean, look, he's still young. You need to just kind of be a bit more grounded about it. But that's going off on another tangent, really. But I just didn't particularly like the way he behaved after that. And then when he was coming out in the press conference saying the things he did, I mean, look, the performances have been shocking. So let's not be kidding ourselves. So when you're coming out and saying it's about winning, yes, it is about winning. But the reality of it is if you want to win a tournament, you have to play a hell of a lot better than what we showed in this game. Now, I will give Bellingham credit because it was a fantastic goal. It was a moment of genius, that goal. But the fact that we hadn't got a shot on target in 90 minutes is honestly embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Yeah. And again, I'm sick and tired of repeating myself here, but we know who the biggest problem is. These players have to take responsibility too, but this manager, for me, I'm done with this manager, and I've said it, I've been vocal about it for so long now. And I won't stop being vocal about it until he kindly, leaves, hopefully after this tournament, when it all ends in disaster. And like you said, I don't see how we're going to be able to lift our performance. I don't have any confidence that performance will be lifted for this weekend. And that means we're going to get beat because Switzerland are a fantastic team and they are no mugs, like somebody said earlier. And we will not get through again like that. So we got very lucky, and I almost felt quite bad for, obviously, Slovakia because they did very well and they were the better team. They were absolutely the better team. And we were very lucky, and I'm not happy at all. Yes, we're through, but look, it's just the same old story with this team and with this manager that just has no idea how to change a game. And even when we scored the second goal in extra time, you saw what happened. Just sits back again. The team sits back again, and then they could have easily scored again. They could have equalised. Yeah. So it's absolutely lunacy. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same results. Gareth Southgate will never learn. He's stubborn. He's a bang average manager, and he needs to leave because I'm tired of this boring, painful football, which always ends with no success because he has not got the credentials to give us success, nor a bit of entertainment value. So I don't know there, but I mean, look, to be fair, just talking about the game though. Obviously, Scrans was a good goal, but again, defensively in this game, we were so shaky. Obviously, now going ahead into the weekend, obviously we're going to be without Mark Gahey, who has been good for us, and it would be a big loss. So I don't know what he'll do there. He'll probably put somebody out of position in that position, to be honest with you, because that's what Southgate does. Makes the unpopular decisions for some reason. But for me, I'd probably put Konza in there at centre half. And but anyway, I mean Slovakia, and then obviously we got the goals. Obviously Bellingham, great goal, unbelievable goal actually. And then Harry Kane, look, he obviously wasn't going to miss that header, was he, from that distance? So yeah, very, very. We escaped, and it was a great escape, I think. But yeah, kind of waffled on enough now, but yeah, not good enough. Again.
Yeah, how big of a loss is Mark Guehi? Because I've got to be honest, from watching England games as sort of on the outside, I think he's been your best player.
Yeah, he's going to be a big loss, and I am kind of worried about that. Because John Stones, I'm sorry, but John Stones has been terrible. He looks so shaky. Kyle Walker, I'm so, he's another one that's not played well. We still have that left-hand side issue with Trippier, who is doing his best, but again doesn't look comfortable there. So
Yeah.
the fact that we haven't got Mark Gay there, I mean, I'm kind of maybe fearing a bit more of the worst on Saturday, because yeah, without Gay, we may struggle even more. But I mean, Konza may be a good replacement to come in, and he did well for Villa this past year, so maybe he will do well. But no, it's going to be a loss.
What's your reaction to the news that Gareth Southgate is apparently trying out a back five, or they're trying to training this morning apparently?
I mean, look, I don't get surprised by these stories anymore. To be honest with you, you know, the fact that we're looking to play a back five is absolutely just shows what we're going to do in this game. What we're going to do it from the start this time, rather than going ahead and then doing it. So no, these tactics are absolutely embarrassing. I've said it time and time again. You might as well get an England fan from the stands to get on that touchline. They will do a better job. Now I'm laughing, but I'm laughing with disgust, because this is what our FA is like. No other FA would have kept this guy in a job for as long as they have done. I'm sorry, it's madness. So no, I'm not happy with hearing these stories about it. But again, I'm not surprised, because playing five at the back, and due respect, Switzerland are a good team, but playing five at the back, what are you actually playing at here? You know, we are meant to have we have got the players to be able to play this attacking system, but also we don't need five at the back against Switzerland, in all due respects. We could have just done what we were doing before, but yeah, just confused. I just get confused by what I hear, and like I say, hearing this earlier on, madness.
Right. You're not Gareth Southgate, so I'll say that now. What would be your team to play Switzerland?
Oh, okay, then let's have a look at. I mean, you put me on the spot here, but I'm just going to just quickly do my team then. So obviously Pickford will obviously be in goal, because he's our number one. I would keep with the back four. And I would put Kyle Walker, obviously, like I say, he's not been great, but again, we don't really have any other options. John Stones, like I said, I put Konza alongside Stones. I think Konza's a good replacement for Gay. On the left, I don't think Shaw's going to be fit for this, which is just utter madness. I mean, honestly, why did we bring him? I have no idea. But I mean, we haven't got any other options, so it has to be Trippier again. I'm not entirely comfortable with, obviously, does Joe Gomez play on the left-hand side, I believe? Or is he a right?
Joe Gomez was the equivalent of Mr. James Milner last season at Liverpool. He could play right back, he could play centre back, he could play left back, he could play CDM, he can play midfield.
Yeah. But for me, I'm not a big fan of Gomez. I mean, he's all right, but I just think maybe Trippier should stay there. And then obviously in the middle there, definitely Manu has to start again. He was brilliant in this game. I thought he was one of the very few who seemed to kind of try to do something, you know. And okay, he might not have had the best performance, but he still offered a lot more than what our other midfielders have done in the past. Declan Rice, of course, alongside him. Then third forward, I just want to change it up. But again, it doesn't matter what I go with, because we know what Gareth Southgate can do. But anyway, I would put Cole Palmer in there on the right. I would put Jude Bellingham in the, and then I would put Anthony Gordon on the left. I'm sorry, Phil Foden is not playing well enough. He's not doing the. Okay, people say, oh, he's more suited in the middle. Fine, whatever. Bellingham, for me, has to start over Foden in that position in the middle. So there's no room for him at the moment. So I have to put Anthony Gordon, who is our only left winger, who's had so much limited game time for some reason. And he obviously causes a lot of issues. He's got a lot of pace, skill, and I think he can get behind that Switzerland defence if we actually try and go forward for once. And then up front, I mean, look, Harry Kane has looked quite jaded, but he is our best striker. So for me, he has to start. But if Watkins, like I said, I do like Watkins, by the way. I do really like Watkins, but Harry Kane has to start the game because obviously he's our best striker. So that's my lineup.
That's absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. Big up to Oris. Talks football. Hope you're well, mate. If England continue with that same performance against Slovakia, then we won't beat Switzerland. And Cian Dolan, hello. How's the form, lads? Who are Ireland playing in the quarters? Let's just say that. And Nate, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. A big £3.95 British pounds to our favourite honorary Leicester fan. Well, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that as well. But if you were very, very sleepy after the England game, then the next game would have been a lot more exciting. And wow, this was a fantastic game of football. Look, kudos to Georgia. First major tournament they've got through the round of 16. That was putting Scotland to shame after obviously us not being able to obviously qualify through the group stages. Georgia have been fantastic. They've been very, very attacking, which I really, really like to see. They haven't held back. They have been really, really good. They just came up against a very, very impressive Spanish side. And look, I've said there, and Yamin Lamal shine. I know that there is a certain team that you've backed to win this Euros, but for me, I think if I was to be honest with you, Ryan, I think Spain are the favourites for this tournament.
You know what? I actually agree. I know, obviously, I picked Portugal before, and I feel quite silly by doing that. But I wish I would have picked someone like Spain. I didn't look to maybe I should have had a look more into details about which choice I should have gone with here. But no, look, Spain have been so good, haven't they? I've really obviously enjoyed them. Obviously, like I say, their forward line, obviously, Mal. I mean, he's 16 years of age.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable, isn't it? How good he is at this age, the maturity as well. And obviously, he hasn't gotten the score sheet yet. I'd love to see him score because that would be unbelievable. He's already making history by being, I think he's one of the youngest players at a major tournament, isn't he? Or is it at Euros? I can't remember. He has broken a record for one of those anyway. But I mean, but if he gets a goal, he breaks history again for being the youngest player to score. So, like I said, I've been really impressed with Spain, especially in the midfield. Now, people may say that I've kind of looked at their defence and kind of looked at that as a weak point a bit. Maybe because they've had the likes of PK and, Pew all over the years.
Yeah.
And things like that. And now it's a bit, I'm just not, it's good. It is good, but it's not as strong as what it once was. But obviously they have got core midfield, great midfield in there. And then forward, in the forward line, like I say, Morata still hasn't lost it. A very good player, very good striker. I like Nico Williams as well, who again caused a lot of problems on that other wing too. So they are going to. I'm not changing my prediction because that would be a bit. But I kind of want to because I think that once you make your decision, I think you can't cheat and change it. But I wish I would have picked Spain. I think Spain are going to have a massive chance of winning this Euros if they continue. Now, I know they may have not come up against maybe not being tested as much as maybe, as what they will do in the next rounds to be able to get into that final. But I still think they're full of confidence. They're scoring a lot of goals. So yeah, look, I think they've got a great chance of that attacking. The pace they've got in that front, it's just unbelievable. But so yeah, no, I think I am really edging towards them winning it. Really. I am. I really am. But yeah.
And just a quick word on Georgia. How impressed were you with them?
Look, I have absolutely loved watching Georgia. They have been so good, haven't they? Like you say, no fear. Obviously, to say that they got through the group in to even be at the Euros is a huge achievement. To get through the group then and then, obviously come up against this Spain side, they still caused them problems. Of course, obviously early on, obviously they scored, didn't they? But then it was kind of, but they gave it a go. But I was really impressed with what I saw. I didn't know much about Georgia. I don't think many people did. So I knew a few of the players, I knew one of the players, the Nagri. I'm not going to try and pronounce because I cannot. But big shout out to Georgia's goalkeeper, by the way. I think he was outstanding. He was outstanding. He's been outstanding this tournament. But I like the look of a few of their players. But yeah, no, I have nothing but praise for Georgia. I have a lot of respect. I kind of was bullying them on to win actually in this game, like I have been, because I love a story like this. I love an underdog story. Unfortunately, this was a step too far, but you know what? They can go out with their heads held high. They've done their nation proud. The players should be proud. The fans, you could see how much they were proud of the players as well at the end there when they were, clapping the players. So, no, look, what a wonderful story. I love stories like this. And you know what? They've really made their mark on this tournament. And we'll remember this Georgia team. We'll remember what they did in this tournament. We really will. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing in any sport. To have even if you haven't, they've got out of the group and they've got into this game and they give it a go. But unfortunately, you could see as the game went on, obviously, they still kept going, but they just tired. I think the scoreline was a bit, maybe it wasn't harsh, but I didn't really like to see 4-1 on the scoreline. Maybe a 3-1 or a 2-1 might have been good. But yeah, no, look, massive big up to Georgia. I'm a fan of Georgia now. I like Georgia. Yeah.
They were absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I won't get you to say Karabatskelia, because basically the one thing with him, he was looking quite jaded in like the first few games, and then he came alive against obviously Portugal. Fantastic first goal, and then the Mikotadze as well. He's another one that seems to be in the run for the golden boot as well. But yeah, Georgia, fantastic, and yeah, hopefully we'll see them at more tournaments. And I think they'll probably go up the rankings now, which is very good to see. Kane says, "I'm not a manager and have absolutely no tactical nous, but even I could have this English squad playing well." 100%, 100%. Right. Well. Now we go on to the not so good games. France 1, Belgium 0. I was bored out of my mind watching this game. Look, I'll be honest with you. Another own goal leads to a France win. None of their players have scored from open play yet. That is some stat.
I know, honestly, it's just really surprised me how poor they have been, France. It really has. And Mbappe doesn't seem to be finding his groove, does he? Really?
No.
Which is a bit strange. But all the quality that they've got around him as well, they just haven't looked good out there. And like I said, I agree, this game was so boring. Honestly, I felt like switching it off. Obviously, I stayed until the end, but I was so bored. And obviously, the only goal was an own goal, like you say. Belgium, again, it's just the same old story with them. Belgium, I've always found Belgium a boring team to watch anyway, over the years, really watching them, when I have watched them in these tournaments. And this tournament hasn't been any different, I'm afraid. France, you thought this was the game maybe that they would step up and really make a statement. It's like kind of a
Yeah.
yes, we've arrived performance, but it's just not coming. And
No.
I don't see how they're going to win this. They're not going to win this tournament playing like this, that's for sure. So I
No.
don't know, but I don't know what's up with them. I don't know what's happening here, but they just seem to be quite. They don't have that cutting edge, do they? He seems to be letting them down at the moment, which is surprising with the players they've got in them, in them forward positions and in the midfield, So no, very strange, but yeah, very boring game.
Yeah, I've got to say another one that's passed Kevin De Bruyne by. I know we say that there's certain players that play very, very well for their clubs and don't play well for their country. Does Kevin De Bruyne kind of go into that category a wee bit?
What did you say? Sorry.
Some players seem to play well for their club but not their country. Do you think Kevin De Bruyne has come into that category?
Well, you'd have to say so, wouldn't you? Because I'm sorry, this game bypassed him. When you wanted one of your star players to step up and he doesn't deliver, there has to be questions. I don't think De Bruyne has done much in this tournament at all. And yeah, no, I agree on that. I think he just looks a completely different player, doesn't he? Even though at City, he has been great at City, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's been as good as maybe people are making out this past year. But maybe that's just me. But he's been good, but obviously he's not been as good as maybe he has been previous seasons for me. So yeah.
I've got to say as well that I think we're gonna kind of see now the sort of the golden generation going away from Belgium now. I think there's going to be a lot of their players that just say enough's enough, let the younger guard come through. I mean, Jan Vertonghen is still playing. How he's still playing, I'll never know. He was the one that obviously got the own goal yesterday for France to win. Lukaku's Lukaku. Yes, you can understand the frustration he was going through. In fact, it's not really been the tournament for strikers, really. Lukaku's not been great. Mbappe has been all right. Højlund, I feel so sorry for because he hasn't had the service. He hasn't had the service for Denmark. I suppose you could say Harry Kane as well. There's not really been that striker that's sort of been like going through a period of like scoring goal after goal after goal. So, I think Belgium are average at best. How they are ranked? What was it? Third or fourth in the rankings is mad. We all remember that. We all remember the time where actually Belgium were actually ranked number one, and that was bonkers to say the very, very least. No, for me, per game, per game. I almost fell asleep watching it, to be honest with you. But yeah, France gonna have to play a lot better than they did against Belgium. And again, it's another tournament that passes Belgium by, and unfortunately, they seem to be the sort of the nearly men. They always seem to get to these kind of tournaments, but they don't quite get to the latter stages. And look what happened to the World Cup. They went out of a group of Morocco, Canada, and Croatia.
Yeah, not good at all, is it? So yeah,
no.
I mean, questions asked. What direction will they go in now? Like you say, and obviously the few players may kind of decide that's it for them. Obviously, be interested to see really what happens with them next. But yeah, I don't know how they ranked so high, especially when we're number one. Like you say, just madness. I mean, who decided? I don't understand what was that on. What was that actually on? How did they get to number one? I don't understand. Why are they so high still? They've not done anything. Anyway,
no
I
idea.
don't know.
No idea. But yeah, let's move swiftly on from that one. Hello, Spencer, as well. Hope you are well. Nate says the FIFA rankings are nonsense. The USA is 11th. Wow. I did not know that. Yeah, Nate, I won't mention the Copa America. I won't mention the Copa America as well. If you thought that game was bad, then the next one, not even better. Portugal 0, Slovenia 0. Portugal win 3-0 on pens. I will say, though, Did you find it very disrespectful what the BBC did to Cristiano Ronaldo when he missed that penalty? Was it something like Mistiano Penaldo or something? I think they
Yeah,
came up with.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't particularly like that. To be honest with you, look, I don't. Yeah, I think it was just they labelled him that to get headlines, didn't they? Really,
Yeah.
that's what it seems like. And for me,
Mm.
that's not right.
Seemed like a cheap shot to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ronaldo's looked very, very below par in this tournament for me. He looked very poor for me. And I think it's quite safe to say that if you do go to a league like Saudi Arabia and apply your trade there, where there's not much there's not competition, and then you come into a Euro and you come into a major tournament, then there's a big shift. There's a massive shift. Look at Pepe. Prime example. Look at Pepe. I don't know where he's playing. Where is he playing? He's in Europe, isn't he? He's not in Saudi.
Porto.
So he's in Europe, and he's 41, and look how good he's been. He's been brilliant to me.
He's been brilliant.
So that's what I'm comparing. He's still in Europe, he's still performing, and I think Ronaldo's gone to a league that, for me, I think he was way, way better, and that did disappoint me that he did go there. Especially when he was saying that he could still do it in Europe, one of the top teams, but then he decided to go there. It's not like he needed the money either. So no, but look, I didn't like the headline that they put out. I thought it was quite disrespectful, and yeah, for everything that he's done for the game as well. There just seems to be a lack of respect by some of our medias, and I don't particularly like the British media.
No, I don't either. I don't either. Slovenia, I actually think a lot of people said after the England game, England should have beaten Slovenia. I think Slovenia have kind of taken that with a pinch of salt and actually put in a really good defensive display against Portugal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They were really, really good at the back, and they did great. And I felt really bad for them. When they worked so hard to get that penalty shootout, and then to miss all the penalties, and that was a real. Yeah, that's not a nice way. I mean, to be fair, penalties is not a nice way to go anyway. But I just think the fact that they worked so hard to get to that position where they could have a chance of winning on penalty, which is a lottery, let's be honest. And then to miss all the penalties, yeah. But look, they're another team that have surprised and had a few moments, and you have to respect them for that, because they have. People may say that they've been quite reserved with where they play, like sitting back a lot of the time against teams, but I don't think you can do anything else if you don't feel like you've got the strength to be able to. Okay, you can go. You can kind of have a go a bit more, maybe, but I think they just played to what they thought was the best way to try and get results, I suppose. And a small nation like that, you have to do what you can to try and get through. But yeah, no, look. I was gutted for Slovenia, really, to be honest with you. But well, they can be very proud. Their fans were very happy. You could tell that they were very proud still at the end there, and spending time with the players whilst when they came over to them. So yeah, no, look, they can be proud, but Portugal just about edged it. But I think Portugal were very lucky. I think they were lucky. They dominate. They were the better team, if we're being honest, but. The reality is they didn't finish their chances, so the fact that they won on penalties as well, I just think that clinical edge may just stop them going any further into the tournament. Anyway, it was not that great a game, but that's all it was.
It wasn't a great game. Evening, same with us, and hello. Hope you're well. Kane is the out. Conte. Is there yes, Conte has been excellent in this tournament. Shows what a good result it was for England. 0-0 doesn't look so bad now. Yep, absolutely. And hello, Aidan, as well. Hi, lads. Hope you're both okay. Very, very well, my friend. Very, very well. Thank you for tuning in. Portugal were poor, though, as were France. I see that game being a bore draw, 1-1, then pens. Portugal go through. We'll get to that. now we move on to two very impressive games. First of all, didn't see this coming. Romania 0, Netherlands 3. Gakpo and Daniel Malin with the goals in this one. Again, Ryan, a bit like Georgia. I've been very impressed with Romania.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Another team that I've kind of really become quite a fan of as well. It's just nice to see these teams, go on direct. The fact that they top the group as well. They top the group.
But that group was mad.
But you could say that, yeah, but they topped the group and they were outstanding. They've been a joy to watch, Romania. They really have. I've really enjoyed watching them. And again, another nation that have done themselves proud for sure. And again, we'll again remember this Romanian team. We'll remember what they did in this tournament, topping the group, getting out. Okay, coming up short here in this game, but no. I have huge respect for them, and again, I didn't know the only player I knew out of that team before the tournament was Dragusin. I don't think there's anybody else that's known actually.
I heard of Stan Shew. I heard of him, and the other player I heard of was Yanis Hadji, who I think played for Rangers. I think he's still at Rangers actually. But yeah, apart from that, obviously the other one's Dragozin as well, the player from Tottenham. But I think really many Romanian players, but I've got to say they were very, very impressive. I mean, to take out a team like Ukraine by 3-0 as well. Like, I remember a lot of people actually said in that game that that's going to be like a 1-0 Ukraine or something, and then obviously Romania completely shove it down our throats, and that we're going to win 3-0. And I really like what they've done, Romania. I think they were very, very good. Obviously, a game where, yes, it's a step too far for them, but they'll be buoyed on by that, and that was their first Euro since Euro 2000 as well. So you look at that, and maybe they're looking towards 2026 as well.
Yeah, because you just don't know, do you? Because obviously once teams get in and then they have a good tournament or a good little run, it does give the confidence, doesn't it? It does the team confidence, doesn't it? So I won't be surprised to see these teams follow up and get into the next tournament for sure, because they really have. They really should be confident because they've shown what they're about. And I've been really, again, another team that kind of went after teams, weren't afraid to try and get. I liked Dragus, who was up front for them. I did like the look of him. I thought, again, I don't know where he plays, but I'd never heard of him. But I thought he was good. But yeah, overall, fantastic team spirit. Fighting for one another, hard working. I go back to it. I love these stories, a fairy tale story like this, and a team that many people may not know much of, but they come and surprise. That's what football is about. That at times, isn't it? Seeing teams like this, giving it the opportunity. And then to see them flourish, I think it's just great for the sport, So, yeah, big up to Britain.
Statement result for the Dutch?
I mean, look, the Netherlands, they have been a bit hot and cold, I think, so far. But no, I think this is a very good result and a statement win. I do worry about their clinical edge. I have said that. I do worry about their clinical edge. Obviously, Cody Gakpo seems to be doing very well, like you say. It's nice. Obviously, it's good to see him playing well. Obviously, there were a few questions maybe about him, because for Liverpool, obviously, he may have shown a few glimpses, but not reached the potential that maybe people were hoping for. Maybe around Liverpool. I think that's maybe a good observation. And he's taken that kind of, what's the word? He's taken that and took it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but he's really taken the responsibility and saying, "I will lead this team. I will, kind of do my bit and step up to the mark in a big like this. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, big up to Cody Gakpo. I think he's been brilliant, and hopefully, he does have confidence now. I think he might have been low on confidence at Liverpool, to be honest with you. Maybe that's why we haven't seen the best of him. But this tournament may help him, especially if he continues his form. But yeah, no, I think the Netherlands were good value for the win, and let's see if they can build on that in the next game.
Absolutely, yeah. Now three goals in the last Euros for Gakpo, 3 goals in this tournament as well. Hello, Almighty Blues, Anka, hope you are very, very well. He goes on to say, Romania, I totally agree, but Austria, unpopular opinion, who were also good, but surely were a tad like the Dutch missed their chances earlier. Well played, Romania. It was only until the 70th minute that they were probably going out. Very proud of them. Hadji, the real one, is my Facebook mate. Wow. There is someone to say the very, very least. Dominated the match versus Turkey, but on set pieces, not great. Austria, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Netherlands suddenly have turned up to the party after a bad group stage. Dark horses to get to the final. Spain, Germany, Holland final. Wait and see. Wait and see. Henry, hello, thank you very much. Hi, Douglas, hope your family is well. Can't wait for Arnie Slot's first media interview Friday. Yes, absolutely, Henry. And Henry says, hi, Ryan, good to see you as
hello,
well.
Henry. Been a while, hope you're well, but yeah.
But no, thank you very much for the kind donation as well, Henry. I appreciate it. Right. Well, this game had everything. Austria 1, Turkey 2. Now, we will come on to the save, probably the save of the tournament. We will come on to that as well. But Turkey, I remember a lot of people said, including myself, 2021 Euros, Turkey were a lot of people's dark horses. Didn't really happen this time. Now you see what we were talking about back then. They were a team in transition then. And now look what they've done. They've managed to reach the quarterfinals. And I want to pick out one. Obviously, we won't pick. Obviously, say Demiral got obviously both goals for Turkey. But Arda Güler, Ryan, what have you made of him so far in this tournament?
Yeah, I think he's been outstanding, hasn't he? I've really enjoyed watching him. Really exciting play. Likes to get forward. Obviously, has a good shot on him as well. I think this kid is a superstar. I really do. And the fact that he's only 19, is it? I think it's so impressive.
Yeah.
He's got the world at his feet, and I really do think, I've been really impressed overall by him. I think he plays way above his years, and yeah, I mean, look, he's a real icon in Turkey, but you could say he's a real icon, obviously, all over really. So yeah, no, look, really good, really impressed. And yeah, I mean, it's scary how good he could potentially be, because he's so good now. So yeah, no, I've loved watching the bits that I've seen of him. Look very, very good for sure.
Do you think people have kind of owe an apology to Ralph Rangnick? Because I remember when he was at Manchester United, a lot of people wrote him off. They said he wasn't good enough for the Premier League. Do you think a lot of people have kind of had that rammed down their throats for what he's done with Austria? Because I've got to say, he has improved Austria a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. Look, all those doubters that said what they did when he was obviously Man United manager, I think are probably looking quite silly now. I think he's done brilliant for Austria. Really has taken Austria on a hell of a long way, and I think that he's not only a good manager, he's a good man manager as well. He has that discipline that you need. I remember seeing a few things where maybe a few of the players were out of line, not in this tournament specifically, but like in maybe before the tournament, I saw a few things where he was really strong with his discipline and things like that, and not letting people get away with anything. So I like that side of his side to me, but he really did set this Austria team up to be very organised, very hard to beat, and also got a few goals as well, which obviously was so good going forward too. So no, I think he's done brilliant. To be honest, quite gutted that Austria were knocked out. To be honest with you, I thought they would have maybe I thought I had them to beat Turkey, to be honest with you, but yeah, just one of those things. I did want Austria to win, but no. But look, Ralph Rangnick, outstanding, and he has proved the doubters wrong for sure. That's no question about that in my mind, anyway.
Well, we better get it. The save from Baumgartner from Mert. I mean, my goodness me. The fact that the ball's been volleyed into the box, Baumgartner has managed to get his head on it. He's put it down low into the ground. The ball's bounced up, and the keeper has just managed to claw it away with his right hand. Honestly, for me, it's the save of the tournament. It's one of the saves of any Euros. It just gets better every time you see it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What I say, I agree with you. One of the best saves I've ever seen, in this Euro, for sure. But I mean, look, and like you say, it wasn't. And I don't know how he got to the ball. I really did think that he was going in. And obviously, Austria did push at the end and tried to get back in the game. They were unlucky, and maybe they deserved to go into extra time. I'm not sure, but the way they was really pushing for that equaliser once they got a goal back, but no, that save was unbelievable, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I was kind of you just have to hold your hands and say, yeah, what I say, but. Yeah, it's great to see though, isn't it, when you have these kind of these saves that you think, wow, a real iconic save, and you'll remember it for quite a while. So yeah, no, brilliant. And the goalkeeper for Turkey, I'm not really familiar with him either. I don't really know.
No.
Much.
I mean, obviously the other one is Bayindir. Man United, I think, all time Bayindir. He had a horrible game against Portugal, if I seem to remember. And then, Mert Gunok, I think his name is. To be honest, I don't know where he plays, but yeah, he'll definitely be getting a lot of plaudits tonight, and a lot of plaudits over the weekend. As well, but no, fair play to Turkey. Fair play to Turkey.
Yeah, fair play to Turkey. Yeah, they did well, and I didn't really touch upon them, but yeah, no. They did do well, and I thought you'd left me then, Doug. I don't know what's happened. you went out of the. I don't know what happened. Anyway, no, but I was just saying Turkey. Yeah, no, look, they really did well, and they I mean, look, nobody expected them. Well, I don't know what the feeling was before this game on the overall kind of feeling, but I think maybe people were favouring Austria more than Turkey in this one, but no, Turkey have done so. Unbelievable achievement, really, to get to the next round for me.
It was definitely one of the hardest games to predict. Anyway, Henry says he was tearing strips off Virgil. He's all out of sorts lately, being sloppy. Same with the Sinzas. Ryan, just off topic, do you know the Huddersfield player with the most England caps?
Oh, I mean, we haven't had. We may have had some before my time, but I actually don't know. You put me on the spot there. I don't think I do. No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
I'm sure you'll have the answer as well. We have a new player for the women, Olivia Smith from Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, American. I think I've seen American. That save was gold, frankincense, and Mert. I was surprised Austria lost, but all credit to Turkey. Same with the Sun is saying it was 1964. Oh, okay.
What did he say?
He says the Huddersfield player was in 1964. So
that's why I don't know. Then.
Ryan Wilson.
Fair enough.
Name doesn't ring a bell with me, unfortunately.
I don't know. It's way before our time, so we won't know that. No.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that was the round of 16, and now we have the very, very exciting moment where it's quarterfinal predictions time. Yes, quarterfinal predictions time. So we start things off. Friday, the 5th of July in Stuttgart at 5:00. A rematch of the 2008 Euro final between Spain and Germany. Look, two of the most impressive sides as well. However, this is going to be refereed by Anthony Taylor. Good luck, Spain. Good luck, Germany. How do you see it going?
This is so difficult. This is so difficult, honestly. I mean, I've been changing my predictions all day, but when I think about it, and then when I just in my head, this is what I'm going for. I don't know why, but I've said it. Spain have impressed. Okay, Germany have impressed as well. I just think Spain will just edge this year. I really do. Now, I won't be surprised if it goes away, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to look to the bill and the sure. I've gone for a 3-2 Spain. I think it's going to be so close, but it's going to be a cracking game. This, but it could go either way. I just have a feeling that Spain will get past Germany. I don't know why. I just do. They have impressed me, Spain. Maybe I've seen a bit more of Spain than I have with Germany, but I just like this Spain team, especially going forward. So, yeah.
I think whoever wins this goes on to win the tournament. I think. Yeah. I've been kind of having that feeling of this all week. I think Spain will win as well. Funnily enough, Spain have never beaten a host nation in the last 14 attempts, I think I've seen. So if they want to make it a first time, then they have to obviously do it this time around. I think Spain will win. I think it will be a very tight game. But do you know what? We've got four of the most impressive players on show. Florian Wirtz, Musiala, and then Nico Williams and Yamin Lamal. And Henry's right. This is probably the most difficult to predict, in my opinion. Yeah. I would absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 Spain. I think Spain will beat the hosts. I think if they win this game, I can see them going on to win the tournament. It would not surprise me. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Spencer's going 2-1 Spain. So, guys, get your predictions down in the live chat. We'll read them out as well. But yeah, for me, this is the most difficult one to predict as well. So, yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see what will happen. Henry thinks it will go to extra time. Could possibly go to extra time. Yeah. By the way, it's Ray Wilson, left back for England in 1966 final. He gave away the first goal for Germany. There you go. There you go as well. Nate has gone 3-1 Spain. And Luca is in. Hello, Luca. Hope you're well. You okay? Very, very well, my friend. As well. I know you want Spalletti out. I know we've seen from. I've seen from your post. I've seen from the Italy game as well that you do want Spalletti out as well. But yeah, that is the Spain-Germany game. So we've had a rerun of the 2008 Euro final. Now we have the rerun of the 2016 final. Portugal against France. Martinez against Deschamps. Hamburg, 8 o'clock kickoff. I'll be honest. These two have underwhelmed, Ryan. These two have been so underwhelming. Again, this is another tricky one to predict. It really is. I'll go first with this one. I actually think France will come out on top. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say 2-0 France.
Right, yeah. I mean, I think it is a tricky one, isn't it? I honestly could see this going all the way to penalties. Like I said, both teams are underwhelmed. And I don't think it's very hard to predict because you just don't know what. I mean, if France turn up, they will beat Portugal. But they just aren't going into this game with any momentum. And Portugal, again, kind of stumbled over the line in the last game. So for me, no. I think I'm going to go for a France win. I've gone for 2-1. But I think it's going to be in extra time that they win 2-1.
In extra time?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 1-1, and then France will score in extra time.
Yeah. I have to question myself how Roberto Martinez gets these posts. Like, he was Belgian manager, and then he was how he gets the Portuguese post after that is quite remarkable. As well. Samuelson's going 2-1 to Spain as well. Arpon is in. Hello, Arpon. Hope you're well. Nate's going 2-1 to France. Spencer's going 1-0 France. Henry says 1-1, 90 minutes, but I just think Musiala is just too good. And I think the Germans will just nick it, but I do agree it will be a tight game. That's obviously the last game. And then St. Wilson says, I think Portugal win on penalties after a 1-1 draw. Ronaldo will not get a goal and start Beeling again. Crap. Well, yeah. Yeah. What did you make of Ronaldo crying after that penalty miss? I thought it was a bit interesting.
Yeah, no, it was, wasn't it? He seems to be very, very emotional at the moment, doesn't he? Don't know. It was interesting, wasn't it? Maybe playing for his country means a lot to him, of course. So maybe his emotions has got the better of him, I suppose. You can see his passion when he plays. And I suppose maybe that emotion has been added to the fact that he hasn't hit this tournament in the way that I kind of I expected him to at least get a couple of goals on this score, and he hasn't managed that. So it's like maybe that's added to the emotion too, because he feels like he's let his nation down. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah.
It was quite strange. I think it's the burden on him being Portugal's main man, and I think he's maybe trying too hard, trying to, get the ball in the back of the net. France 2, Portugal 1, as well. Another prediction in there as well. But yeah, I've just got a feeling France will do enough. Will do enough to get through. As well, when someone cries on the pitch, it always goes to pens, says the St. Son. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We know what game is next. We know what game is coming next. Saturday, 5 p.m., Dusseldorf, Switzerland against England. Now, I don't want to make you feel even worse than you already are feeling, Ryan. But in the last 13 games between England and Switzerland, there has been 10 wins and 3 draws. England have never lost to Switzerland in any major European competition.
Wow.
How are you feeling going into this one?
I'm dreading it. I'm actually dreading it. I said it before. I said that going into this weekend's game, I'm dreading it because I can't see how we get out of this game without getting beat. And yeah, I just don't have any confidence in this game. So no, I think Switzerland will beat us personally. I don't want. Of course, I want England to win, but I just don't know. I just don't think so. But no, look, I think yeah, I don't have much confidence in this game. I've been changing my predictions all day because I do want England to win, of course, but I just think if we don't have a big improvement, we're not going through, and that's my mindset right now. And I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen based on what we've seen so far. And Switzerland are on a high. They're full of confidence and they're playing very well, for sure. So I do worry about the defensive situation. I do worry about the formation that potentially will be happening in this game. I just can't see us in this game. I mean, it's either going to go to penalties and we're going to lose on penalties, or Switzerland are going to beat us 2-1. I can't see us beating Switzerland. I can't. Maybe that's because I just see what I've seen before and I don't have much confidence. But yeah, I'm going against the team, but I just have to be realistic, But If I'm going with an England scoreline, I'd probably go with 2-1 England, to be honest with you. But yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah, I've always had this feeling that I think England have been very, very underwhelming. Obviously, along with a few other teams as well. But I think I always had a feeling that the quarterfinals would be the furthest that we get to. I think the fact that you scraped through against Slovakia makes me think. I think Switzerland played amazingly against Italy. I am going to go for a Switzerland win. I do think that this could be by England. I honestly do. I'm going to go. Oh, I see. This is the problem. This is the problem I have with predicting these two, because Switzerland last time on penalties they beat France, so that might have a bit of mindset into it. Obviously, I think the last time England played penalties in a major competition, I think was Colombia. Is it Colombia?
Yeah.
And obviously they won that as well. I'm gonna go 1-1 after 90 minutes, and then I've got a feeling I just think Switzerland might just have a little bit too much. I'm gonna go 2-1 Switzerland after extra time. Just got a feeling that it might be Switzerland's time, and obviously it would be the first ever time that they beat England as well. But you've no confidence at all?
No, I'm not. I don't. I haven't really made a prediction. I saw a prediction, but I don't want to make a prediction. I mean, I just don't. I can't feel confident. I can't, because we've seen what we've seen. Like you say, underwhelming performances, and we have somebody as manager that can easily get tactically outbeat by his opponent. So no, I don't have. I don't have. Maybe I have a little bit, but not much at all.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Hello, Joshua Owen. Hope you're well. It's an evening, Ryan. Ronaldo must not take free kicks or pens. He was so poor. Mbappe versus Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's last Euro, so he won't win. Don't really like Ronaldo or Kylian, so I think it's France 2-1. England either win big 3-0 or lose on pens. Depends who turns up, says the same with a sin. Henry says, please Swiss win 2-1 Swiss. This is probably going to be the first loss. Nate says 1-0 England. Nate,
yeah.
interesting. I say with the sense we can't go 5 games in a row playing shit. Surely not. Spencer's gone 1-0 England, still not coming home. Who knows? Who knows, mate? Who knows? Bellingham's attitude against Slovakia was so poor. I'm so glad we didn't buy him. It's all about money.
Yeah.
Right, England to lose on pens. Take off those rose-tinted glasses, mate. Haha. Shaqiri to knock out England.
Yeah.
Italy 2021. Yeah, it's true. We played penalties versus England, Italy. Euro 2020 final. If we play like Scotland, did we scrape through? Says the same with the sun. Oi. Yeah, could be potentially that as well. Right, we do have one more game to preview and predict, and it is in Berlin. And obviously, Netherlands did lose to Austria. Olympia Stadion, of course. It's Netherlands against Turkey. The more this tournament has gone on, the more I've been impressed with the Dutch. I think the Dutch are playing well. I think Turkey are playing well. This could be the game of the whole quarterfinals for me. I think this has got the makings of a very, very good one. But the Netherlands or Turkey, Ryan, which way do you see it going?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a close game, but for me, I have to go with the Netherlands. I think the Netherlands will win this game. I just see what they produced in the last game, and obviously, to be fair, Turkey were so good as well. To be fair, so not taking anything away from them either. But I just think maybe their run will come to an end in this one, and the Netherlands will get through. I've gone for a 3-1 Netherlands
3-1.
but I think it's going to be tight. But then maybe the Netherlands may score one late in the game. But it'll be a one goal for most of it, I think. Yeah.
I think the Netherlands will win. I think Turkey have been great. No denying that. I think with the way that they've been playing, but I just think I actually think Gakpo might get the golden boot. I've got a feeling he might get the golden boot. I think that the way he's been playing, especially when he comes off the left hand side as well, he's been very, very good. So I'll go 2-0 Netherlands. I can't see Turkey scoring, but there we go. I do fancy Netherlands as well. Cody Gakpo has been excellent in Dumfries, absolutely. Henry, I think Turkey with home support will win. Says the Saint with a sin. Saint with a sin. Spencer has gone 2-0 Netherlands. And Henry's gone 4-1 Dutch, Gakpo, Virgil, and Malin. There we go indeed. So we have reviewed the round of 16 games. We've predicted our predictions as well. Josh Owen says this game I think would have the lowest expectations of it being a great game because all the other games at least have one massive team in it. That's true. But we've seen in this tournament, Turkey Georgia, for example, that was a fantastic game. Netherlands Austria, that was a great game. Last night Austria against Turkey, that was a real good game as well. So it could be interesting. Right. I am going to go back to this question from because he did actually ask this question for both of you. Who is your favorite player from each of the teams left of the tournament? I've had a wee think about this. So if we're going on Spain, it's definitely Nico Williams. I think Nico Williams is in absolutely brilliant form. For Germany, it's definitely Musiala. Musiala has been excellent. I think if we talk about Portugal, for me, I think the Nuno Mendes. I think it's at left back. I think he's been really good. France, it has been Conte. It has to be Conte. It's definitely Conte. Switzerland, Xhaka. I think Xhaka is just an incredible player. I think he's improved a lot for Bayer Leverkusen. England, I think it has to be Bellingham. I'm going to say Mark Guehi. I think he's been good. Netherlands, I'm going to go Cody Gakpo as well. And Turkey, I'm going to go Arda Güler. There you go. There's my 8. So who are your favourites? Who are your favourite players from all the teams left?
For Spain, I have to go with Yamal. I think he's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So definitely him for me. Germany, it's a close one. I like Wirtz, but I like Musiala. But I think Musiala has done a lot better this tournament. So for me, Musiala definitely. For Portugal, I mean, they haven't really had any standout. But I mean, yeah. I think the goalkeeper's done well. Costa, I think he's done quite well.
Yeah.
So I'll probably have to go with him. I think. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. France, yeah, like I say, Kante has been fantastic. So you can't choose anyone else other than him. With how everybody else has performed. England, obviously, Mark Gay has to be there because he's been the most consistent. He's been really good, and no other England player has performed consistently over the last few games other than himself. Switzerland, I do like Xhaka, but I like that Ndoye in the on the left hand side of the right.
Good shout. He's had a good tournament.
So yeah, no, I think he's been. But obviously, the obvious choice is Xhaka. But if I was going for somebody different, probably him. The Netherlands, I have to go with Cody Gakpo too. I think Gakpo has been the most consistent, and he has actually finding a bit of form now. So yeah, no, for me, he has to be in there. And Turkey, yeah, Goulet definitely for me. There's no question about it there. So yeah, I think I've done
Well,
all that.
there you go. Thank you very much for your question, Nipun. I appreciate it. Let's see what some of you are saying. I think this game is going to be the best, says Joshua. Nate's gone 2-1 Turkey. Interesting. I'm surprised Jota hasn't got a start in the Euros.
Yeah.
I am as well, to be honest. I am as well. Josh Owens says Kobe Mainoo favourite from England. That's a good shout. Henry says I agree. Joshua, the Turkey
That's a
keeper for
shout.
me says the same with a son.
Yeah, true.
Josh says the United fans have to pick him. That's absolutely fine. That's not a guy who keeps Turkey. Dreadful. That is dreadful. And Henry says I gotta go Douglas Chow all as well. Ryan, thank you very much for coming on this evening. I really do appreciate it. Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me on. It's been a great stream. Enjoyed this. But yeah, you can find me on my channel, Steel Town on TV, as you can see there. I have been doing plenty of Euros content. Obviously, be doing England previews, reviews, and also my own Euro shows, like this kind of style where I've been reviewing each match day and each, and predicting the next round. But also being very consistent with my Huddersfield stuff as well. So yeah, no, being very consistent. So I appreciate everybody that could come over and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, so that'd be great. Obviously, I've just got a new logo as well, which I'm really happy with. It's a lot better than the previous one for me. And but yeah, that's where you can find me. Also on my socials, HTFTV8 on Instagram and Twitter. I still call it Twitter, yes I do. And I've been very consistent on my TikTok, guys. So I've been doing all sorts of Euros, Huddersfield stuff as well on there as well. So you can find me there, Ryan M Official. So nice and easy there for you there. But yeah, no, big up to you, Doug, for having me on. I really enjoyed it, and I appreciate you having me on. But yeah, big up to everyone in the chat.
It is my pleasure, and you will be more than welcome to come on as well. Please remember, guys, as you obviously leave the video, please do leave a like on the video. It does help the algorithm as well. Please do hit that subscribe button as well. On the road to 3K, Ryan's on the road to 500 as well. Also, do check out Ryan's channel. It is in the description. It is also in this as well. And yeah, it has been a very, very good show. We'll go for the last couple of comments before we do end as well. Fun show. Take care, everyone, and good luck to Liverpool and Huddersfield, of course. Thank you very much, Nate, as well. By the way, Ray Wilson was at Everton in 1966. Wow, there you go.
I've learned something new. It's great to learn. So thank you for the research.
Absolutely. And just a big shout out to Nate and Henry for the very kind donations. I really do appreciate it as well. But guys, thank you very much for watching. And obviously, we've got the quarterfinals coming up on on Friday and Saturday, and then we have the semi-finals the next week as well. But guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have obviously missed it, then please do watch on playback and replay. Please do let us know your thoughts for the semi-finals, and also let us know your thoughts about the round of 16 games as well. And yeah, tell us your favourite players of the tournament as well. And obviously, to answer Nippun's question, favourite players from all the teams left. So very, very good discussion point as well. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye bye for now.